What's up, TNT Trap News Network? We back in the same, like, cook, cracking the same, man. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe for more of this good content we got going on here at TNT Trap News Network. Tap in with the tap in to make sure you are, in fact, tapped in with that good tap in. You feel me? Like, comment, subscribe, like, comment, subscribe, like, comment, subscribe. This nigga, Munchie B just called Baby B Brazy a brackhead. Oh my goodness, it's a lot going on. A brackhead. That nigga's such a blood. He can't call him a crackhead. He called that nigga a brackhead. 25,000 subscribers. Drop comments. We gonna get y'all this chili. We almost at 25,000 too, so I'll be giving away chili soon. 15,000 on a new page. Stay away from them brackheads. Man at the Garden freestyle. Please don't touch my. It got a body on it. Get into that. You ain't got into that. Fairy Tales is out. Get into that. You ain't got into that.
I feel like this is kind of good.
We finna just jump into this, man. More of this Big U, Snitch Hunted, Rat Run Hunter, Loose Cannon, Break Baby Indictment. Let's go.
Amazing-ish, but many times I've found myself returning to this motto. What would Vlad do?
Really?
Here, so
Really?
Frequently I have that business.
I've been learning at the end of the day, you have an asset that's worth something. Everything that I've learned.
I mean, that is a little bit of a learning curve. Like by doing that, you have to be able to make some decisions and whatnot. So I feel like that
Less than $4. Then I showed
Trying to get to the part.
Yeah, we'll go to youtube.com/FLAKKO.
When I see you interviewing an FBG Butter,
My
take it
editor
out.
forgot to edit out. Yeah,
Right.
We told him to edit out, and then they asked. We edited out part of it, but they wanted more. Dirk knew who Vaughn was.
Okay.
Vaughn,
Typically don't get along with, and not just and stuff like that. Obviously, the sort of real world
No.
crime stuff, like stuff that ain't for sure. It's not like it just came together. They might have been smart enough to not do it in their group chats, but
Right.
for sure was by that.
backstage at a concert with literally.
PG Doug got killed.
All right, here we go.
But it's just like, let's all be adults at one point. Like this is not behavior that society could really tolerate. You can't just sit there and put hits on people in retaliation.
Mm.
You know, like you just can't do that. You can't have a society like that.
Yeah,
You
no,
can't.
you can't.
You cannot. You can't.
Certainly
have
it's
people running around
unsustainable,
that
yeah.
are doing this and getting away with it.
Mm. And I mean, the remnants of this kind of behavior, we see it all the time where, yeah, FBG Doug got killed. And
That was sad.
5 O Block members went down for it. 6, I think, actually.
Yeah.
And it's like, you know, Dirk gets his revenge, if it happened, as they say, gets his revenge on Quando Rondo's friend. They probably wanted Quando, but they didn't get him. They got somebody else. And it's like, you know, probably 5 or 6 or however many OTF members are going to go down for that. It's just like this
rinse and repeat.
very
Over and
rarely
over
works
and over
out in a
again.
way
It never
that
works
is
out.
beneficial.
Not when
Yeah.
it comes to high profile shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can kill some homeless guy in an alley, and if there's no cameras, you might get away.
But you look at the Draco thing, I mean, seems like the guys who did that are going to skate forever.
Well, but that was a very unique situation.
Very, you know.
That was in the back of a backstage at a concert with literally hundreds of people around. It's hard to figure out
Yeah.
who did what. It's a huge scuffle, and it was a brawl,
There's
right?
dozens and dozens and dozens, maybe like 100 people conspiring, really. And the fact that none of them have managed to yap to the police or whatever, I do believe that as time goes by, that we will probably see a day
Absolutely.
in which it's documented how all that
100%.
went down.
Someone's going to need to get out of jail free card.
Yeah,
Someone's going to get caught up beating up their girlfriend.
yeah.
And, you know, they're going to have priors. The police are going to be like, well, you know, you're facing 20 years.
Mm.
They're going to say, well,
Does Vlad have a ponytail? Like a high ponytail in the back?
you know something? I got something for you.
Mm.
Remember that rapper Draco got killed back in, 2000?
Might have already
Whatever.
happened, and they might just be sitting on it and trying to build the case since these things don't happen overnight.
Too many people were involved. And I think that if you do that,
You know what's crazy? Do you think that comments? Let me know what y'all think, man. Do y'all think that the Draco's case will actually get solved eventually with all these cases being cracked open and blah blah? Do you think that they're secretly? It's not far fetched to think that right now they're secretly working on an investigation about the Draco case. That's not far fetched at all.
it's not your first time at the rodeo.
Yeah,
You've been involved in this type of bullshit, and you've probably been caught. You're probably in the system already.
yeah.
And I just don't feel people who stab someone to death go on and go back to a corporate job and live a quiet life.
Nah.
And, you know, never get in trouble again. You know, I feel like
probably some veteran gangbangers already.
Yeah, it's like if you stab someone to death, you're probably going to be going through other legal challenges through the course of your life. And like I said, you might want to get that, you know, the get out of jail free card is always there.
Yeah.
You know, I'm sure a group of people after this happened got together and had a conversation about it.
Oh, yeah, for sure. It's not like it just came together. They might have been smart enough to not do it in their group chats, but for sure they were standing around talking about how that night was going to go down.
Well, man, listen, you'd be... I remember Quincy Jones' son, QD3, told me something interesting once. He said that, it's always stuck with me. He said, it's a lot easier to push in a positive direction than a negative one. It's just easier in life, no matter what it is. If you're trying to do something good, if you're trying to build a real business, you pay people on time, you have a product you believe in and so forth, it's easier to keep motivating yourself day after day to keep doing this and see this light at the end of the tunnel. But if your job consists of trying to tear somebody down, and you're trying to hide the fact that you're doing it, and like you're doing this, you're paranoid of being able, someone finding out that you're doing this, you're constantly trying to hide your actions and you're scared everyone's
that ain't no way to live, man. That's paranoia at its finest.
Spying on you, like that's hard. That's a hard way to function.
Yeah.
That's a hard way to wake up every day and get through that day.
Definitely.
Every day. So that's what I've always go with, man. Just do something positive, whatever that may be. And that will work out better over time.
It's just such an honor culture in the hood. It's just like there's so much pride involved and people have such a hard time walking away from conflicts as the loser. And, an example that I saw recently that really stood out to me is Noah Scurry, aka Joker OTV, who's basically the kid from Philly who Gilly says that he killed his son. And so I watched Traplo Ross's documentary about it, and it really paints the picture of how do you go from someone who's doing amazing in school, you're a basketball prodigy, and then how do you just start killing people on the side? And you realize that, as a teenager, a lot of his friends were just being wiped off the face of the earth by their ops, by the other neighborhoods that they were warring with. And, he might have lost, I forget what the number was, 6, 7, 8 friends before he basically had enough and decided that he was going to take over or take on this Joker personality or whatever, and that he was going to start getting get back. And on one hand, young kid, so kind of hard to pass judgment on him the same way that you would somebody like Dirk, who's 30, making these kind of decisions. But at the same time, it's like putting myself into the position of a young man who feels like he's not him, but his neighborhood and his friend group are being so aggressively tormented by these people who just want to kill all your loved ones, seemingly. It's not that surprising that at some point he decided to take justice into his own hands. And at the same time, hard to be that sad when you realize how he lost his life, considering that the other side just basically gave him a dose of his own medicine.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's a sad story.
It's a lot of death around us, bro. It's a lot of death around us.
Traplo Ross had a lunch the other day.
He told me that.
Yeah, he lives out here now in LA.
Yes.
And it's a crazy story. It's a sad story. And at 51, you see these young men in their teens, sometimes or early 20s. They didn't get to experience a lot of shit. They just missed out. It's easy to, Vlad is old, Adam's old, whatever else, but there's a lot of dope shit that happens in your 30s, in your 40s. Now I'm seeing in my 50s. You miss out on all that just because you're not really thinking about the future.
Yeah.
Once you start killing people, it's like, okay, you're basically accepting that you're either going to die or go.
Little buddy, you're a little bit loud. Thank you. Can you close the door, maybe? Thank you, Pop. I love you.
Go to prison for the rest of your life.
Yeah, but also our culture, there's so many popular rappers that the internet believes, we don't know, but the internet believes that they're murderers. And that's clearly a big part of their popularity. And the fact that
who are the popular rappers who caught bodies?
Okay. I mean, I don't even want to name them because they're people I'm cool with and they probably wouldn't appreciate it, but I just interviewed Q50 the other day.
Who?
Q50, who's Bloodhound Lil Jeff's friend.
Right.
The internet believes, I would never say such a thing, but the internet believes that he's killed a bunch of people. Clearly, it plays into his popularity.
Okay. I mean, there's
higher props to him for that.
There you have it. And I don't think he bragged. I mean, his mom was killed at one point. 2 of his brothers, I think, were killed.
Mm-hmm.
You think
retirement might be like, and I got
sorry, man. I'm trying to get to the parts that us as a Los Angeles culture
from it more. And
you know, when I have people take care of me, I've ever seen or any kind of me earlier today about it. And yeah, man. I mean, I'm not. Me and Big U are cool, and I've always maintained what's up.
Oh, really?
And, you know, I got to turn myself in. I was shocked. You know, older guy. I mean,
whatnot, which ended up being in this indictment with
take care of me. But yeah, most people.
All right, man. So y'all got to catch the next one. We're gonna get into the Big U, whatever. Just quick little rundown or whatever. You know what? Yeah, I am gonna post this. Sorry, y'all. It is what it is. I had to find the content. I watch it brand new with y'all the same. Y'all watch it brand new with me. It is what it is. Watch the next video. It'll be about Big U and all the indictment. Red dot to the left. Y'all know the rest. Free Avenue Engine until he's free. I just clickbaited you. Sorry. It's my fault. It's our fault. We in it together. I've been giving y'all coverage of this for the last 6 days. Stall me out, big dog. Stall me out.